Hi, everyone. I'm Rena Ninen. Thank you for joining us. The White House has ordered the Pentagon to begin planning for the immediate withdrawal of U.S. troops from Syria. That's according to a U.S. defense official. Nearly 2,000 soldiers are on the ground right now. President Trump has expressed his desire to pull the troops before, and today he said that there's no longer a reason for them to be there. Mr. Trump tweeted that we have defeated ISIS in Syria, my only reason for being there during the Trump presidency. But one of the president's key Republican allies isn't on board with the decision. In a series of tweets, South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham said the withdrawal of American troops in Syria would be a huge Obama-like mistake. The lawmaker also said that the Islamic State's presence in Syria, Iraq, and Afghanistan is still alive and well.
In the president's tweet, when he said, we have defeated ISIS in Syria, that's the only reason I had troops there. The question is, has the U.S. really defeated ISIS in Syria? It is true that the amount of territory that ISIS holds in Syria has been reduced to just a few pockets of holdouts, but the fighting remains fierce. In the latest weekly summary of airstrikes and artillery strikes against targets in Syria, there were a total of 378 in the past week. So this fighting remains fierce. The fighters of the U.S. are backing sort of move forward at about a kilometer a day. It's really tough fighting, but you can safely predict that in sometime in the near future, all of the pockets of these ISIS fighters will be eliminated. Whether or not it takes another month, 2 months, it remains to be decided on the battlefield. But the policy of the United States government has been to inflict a lasting defeat on ISIS. And no less an authority than the Secretary of Defense, James Mattis, has said that a lasting defeat does not mean that when you evict them from all the territory that they hold, you kind of brush your hands of it and walk away, because you are going to leave behind utter devastation and all of the conditions that will allow a group like ISIS to return again. And just 2 weeks ago, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff was outlining what it would take to inflict a lasting defeat on ISIS, and he said the U.S. would have to train 40,000 local security forces to stabilize all these areas that have been liberated from ISIS, and only about 20% of that training has been done. And when an interview said, I'll take from that U.S. troops won't be leaving anytime soon, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs said that's right. So this is a decision which was made by the president and was only recently, as recently as yesterday, made known to the military that's going to have to carry it out.
David Martin coming to us from the Pentagon. David, thank you very much.
Sure thing.